Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We're going to begin Local 4 News at 6 with breaking news from Detroit's east side. One security guard is dead, another wounded after a shooting at a medical facility.
This all happened this afternoon at the Team Wellness Center on Mount Elliott and Mack. Police say the guards were patting down a patient when he pulled out a gun and fired several times. One guard died from his injuries. The second guard is in the hospital. We're awaiting an update on that guard's condition.
Our other top story at this hour involves claims of anti-Semitic bullying in youth hockey.
Yeah, there's a lawsuit tonight against several hockey organizations. It's aimed in particular at 3 players on an under-16 team, their parents, and a coach. Local 4's Rod Maloney is live in Troy tonight, where that team often plays. Rod.
That's right, and we're here with a national tournament here at the Troy Sports Center. We want to be clear, the Troy Sports Center is not involved in the suit whatsoever. But players and parents are, in fact, sued as part of this. And some of the kids who are involved in it are going to be playing here this week, while one who was bullied had to quit the team. They're offloading hockey equipment here at the Troy Sports Center for this week's national tournament. Among the teams, its host, the U16 2006 Troy Sting. And the complaint says this is one of the posts the trio of players directed at teammate Caleb Goldstein of Bloomfield Hills, one of them saluting Adolf Hitler. Goldstein told us today he suffered verbal abuse as well.
One of the kids looked at me and he goes, why aren't you in your striped pajamas? Which wasn't great. And then after that, it just kept going there and there. And a lot of the things like in our team group chat, which wasn't monitored, like one of them said, why can't you just go to the chamber?
Goldstein's suit claims the 3 boys, whom we'll not identify, their parents and the coach did nothing to deal directly with the issue. There's also a claim the coach tried to get the players themselves to cover up evidence. Attorney Stephen Cohen told Local 4 today most egregious about this.
What's surprising is that a 15-year-old American kid playing hockey has to confront it at the age of 50. What's second worst is that the adults are more concerned about wiping it away and keeping it undercover.
While Caleb has dreams of playing college hockey, he's left
like wondering why they decided to do it. And it's just made me angry, and I try not to show it.
Now, we reached out to the many attorneys in this case. We did hear back from the Michigan Hockey Association, which said that they did have a hearing, that they sanctioned these boys, put them on probation, suspended them for some games, and also had them get sensitivity training, that they were involved in no way in any anti-Semitism here. But Cohen says that the team was able to add some extra games to make sure the boys could make up the games they were suspended for. In the meantime, there are other attorneys who say this isn't even really a case. They want it thrown out. They'll be in court on April 6th. Reporting live in Troy, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod, thanks.
From freezing to the 50s, we've seen temperatures climb steadily. There comes a cost with that, by the way.
It does, because we've got a wind advisory for later tonight and rain even before that, Paul.
Yep, and for those of you just getting home from work, and this is your first weather of the afternoon, we have wind advisory that's been issued, goes into effect at midnight, and it continues until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, wind has not been a problem today. In fact, you can see right now, that's a pretty good shot there from our Penobscot Building Skycam. Look at Adrian. 58 degrees, but still in the 40s in the thumb. Ann Arbor 56, Metro Airport at 54 degrees. All right, Storm Tracker 4. Nothing really going on. We have just a few little showers in western Livingston County. Rest of us basically dry with that milder air coming in. And if you're coming downtown to go to the Red Wings game, look at this. Temperatures rising through the 50s. Maybe a sprinkle, maybe a shower, but overall pretty comfy for this time of year, going to and from the car from LCA. All right, don't forget, the Local Forecasters app has everything you need. We've got real-time radar, maps with temperature, maps with wind, everything you need. Best weather app in the nation. Just go to the App Store, search under WDIV, and it is free. See you back here in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Paul. Prosecution has rested its case in the trial of 4 men accused of plotting to kidnap Governor Whitmer. A defense team began calling witnesses of their own today in an effort to present the alleged plotters in a different light while questioning the FBI's methods in the case. Defender Sean Lay live with how that strategy was playing out today. Sean?
Devin, defense attorneys took over this afternoon. Right out of the gate, we learned that Daniel Harris, one of the defendants from Auburn Hills, may be taking the stand in his own defense. Up first, the defense of 24-year-old Daniel Harris of Auburn Hills, his attorney calling witnesses who met Harris in the summer of 2020. 22-year-old Megan Cooley of Shelby Township testified her boyfriend was friends with Harris and often was with him and other members of the Wolverine Watchmen that summer. The first meeting was an evening get-together. Cooley testified, quote, just a bonfire. They were talking about guy stuff, politicky things. Harris's attorney asked, anything to cause you to have concern? Cooley said no. Cooley said at a trip up north, the atmosphere was light and silly. Her boyfriend pictured wearing a poop emoji hat. The attorney for Harris asked, what was the mood these guys were in? Cooley said, really goofy. Typical of these guys? The answer, yes. Prosecutors, however, played a recording of Cooley's boyfriend making the statement, nobody talks, everybody walks. This morning, prosecutors called the girlfriend of defendant Barry CROFT, who described him as anti-government, telling prosecutors, quote, he didn't like the government. He was anti-government. The government was not for him or help the people out. They just lined their own pockets. Knight broke down, describing a moment with CROFT and his young daughter, CROFT telling her, quote, honey, I'm making explosives. Can you get out of here, please? Thank you. Some things you can't do with Pop. You know what I mean? Back here live, in fact, before prosecutors arrested one of their final witnesses was a explosives expert with the FBI out of Quantico, Virginia, saying the materials taken out of Barry CROFT's home could have been put together to make an improvised explosive device. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
The list of quotes from this case, honey, I'm making explosives, just the most recent. Wow. All right, Sean.
An emotional day in court for the family of a missing East Point teen. 23-year-old Jalen Brazier pleaded no contest in the disappearance of his cousin, Zion Foster. The 17-year-old went missing from her East Point home January 4th. In court, Brazier told the judge he and his cousin were using marijuana when he believes she suddenly died. Brazier says he doesn't know what happened. He panicked, put her body in a dumpster, and didn't tell her family what really happened.
I literally did not know what to do. I sat for at least 10 minutes sitting there. Like, what do I do? Who do I call? My kids are upstairs.
Meanwhile, Zion's mother, Sierra Milton, says Brazier pretended to even help her look for her daughter when he knew she was dead. She's suspicious of Brazier's story and cannot believe he didn't call 911 or call somebody to help. She described the heartbreak she feels knowing her daughter could have been saved. Listen.
I stayed up for nights, for days, panicking and being so fearful. God, please don't let my baby be dead. Please, God, don't let my baby be just thrown away like she's nothing.
The judge sentenced Brazier to 23 months to 4 years in prison. No word on if he will face more charges. Zion Foster's body has never been found.
Let's turn our attention to the coronavirus. We've received the latest data from the state this afternoon, and here are the newest numbers. 1,550 new cases reported. This is a two-day total, so the average jumping up a bit, 775 cases a day, 72 deaths being recorded in that same time frame. Meanwhile, President Biden urged lawmakers to secure more funding for the nation's COVID-19 response. The president said the U.S. is already seeing the effects of the dwindling fund problem here, including having to scale back purchases of COVID-19 treatments and preventative therapies for immunocompromised individuals.
The battle over the toxic green ooze site in Madison Heights is heating up again. Today, tension in the courtroom as Gary Sayers and the city squared off. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester joins us live. Hank, a big win today, really, for the city.
Kimberly, certainly that is right. You know, the battle over this building, as you mentioned, it has been dragging on and on and on for a number of years. Sayers wanting not only to get inside the building, but also to make sure that it's not torn down. Well, bad news tonight for Gary Sayers. Take a look.
An Eagle official described his business as the worst industrial operation she's ever seen in her career.
The battle over this Madison Heights building and the toxic mess inside creating a lot of tension in this virtual court appearance this morning.
This defendant has caused a lot of damage to the public. He has allowed his buildings to fall into complete disrepair and become environmentally contaminated, resulting in a major environmental spill, causing the partial closure of a freeway for more than 1 year.
Gary Sayers, the man responsible for the toxic green ooze that drained out of his building and onto 696, versus the city of Madison Heights.
For his personal property to be demolished inside of the real property would be a violation of the law, which the plaintiff city well knows that that is the case.
Sayers not only wants inside the building to get some of his belongings, but he also wants the building to remain intact. The city says no way. The demo work needs to move forward for the safety of everyone. The judge making it clear, the city wins this one. Not only can the demolition move forward, but Sayers is no longer allowed on the property itself. His fight for this building and all the contents inside has now officially come to an end. Ed Sayers' attorney today trying to put a stop to it, but the judge just was not having it. The work continues here with Eagle and also the EPA, but we are told from all the testing that has been done recently that the people around this building and in the city of Madison Heights have nothing to worry about because the danger has now been contained. We're live here tonight. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank, Local 4.
Hank, it feels like that ooze incident happened quite a while ago, like about 2 years. How long is it going to take to demolish those buildings?
Well, you know, Kimberly, it's not going to happen overnight because there's a lot of work that the EPA and Eagle have to do just to make sure that nothing toxic leaks from this building during that demolition process, but they're hoping to have it wrapped up later this year. Yeah. Back to you.
Okay. Hank, thanks.
Now to the war in Ukraine. Russian forces continue to bombard the cities of Kyiv and Chernihiv. This comes a day after Moscow said it would, as they put it, drastically reduce its military assault there. The mayor of Chernihiv says the city has come under, quote, colossal attack despite Russia's claims. U.S. officials have also been skeptical of Russia's claims, with the Pentagon saying a small number of Russian forces near the capital have started repositioning, but strikes against Kyiv continue. Meantime, the UN says now more than 4 million people are now refugees and have fled Ukraine.
All right, still to come here at 6, Growing a Greener Future. It's an effort to plant more than 13,000 new trees, and we'll show you where it's happening. Here's Doc.
It was one of the first treatments tried in the battle against COVID-19. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, what a just published study finds out about the effectiveness of convalescent plasma and why this treatment could be even more helpful moving forward.